In this video, I will respond to Bishop Mari's comments about the Adventist Church and his teachings. Does the Adventist Church teach that people that worship on Sunday now has the mark of the beast and is going to hell? Bishop Mari said that Adventists are wrong because the Sabbath is not a day, it is a person. What does the Bible really teach? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media, where we put Jesus and truth at the center of prophecy.
But she is highly regarded till this day by the Seventh-day Adventists as one of the founders of their so-called church. But their belief is cultic, is of a cultic nature. But their belief is cultic, is of a cultic nature. You need to be obedient to the Sabbath. That's why they are called Seventh-day Adventists. So they worship God in a way on a Saturday instead of a Sunday. So Ellen G. White prophesied, if you do not worship God on a Saturday and you do as so other people do on Sunday, those who worship God on Sunday, they are alluded to the mark of the beast. So if you are worshiping God on a Sunday, you've got the mark of the beast, you go into hell. So all Christians who worship Jesus Christ and celebrate the Holy Mass on Sunday, according to Ellen G. White, the genius, they are going to go to hell. They've got the mark of the beast.
These are pretty serious allegations, and you will notice that Brother Mari does not have any reference, no supporting source, does not quote any book from Ellen White or Bible verses. He just talks and talks without proof. Does Ellen White or the Bible teach that people who worship Sunday now has the mark of the beast and is going to hell? Answer, no. Sunday keeping is not yet the mark of the beast and will not be until the decree goes forth causing men to worship this idol Sabbath. The time will come when this day will be the test, but that time has not come yet. Quoting Ellen White now from the book of Ellen White Evangelism 234. Brother Mari said irresponsibly that we Adventists teach that Christians that keep Sunday now has the mark and is going to hell. That's fake news. No one has yet received the mark of the beast. The testing time has not yet come. There are true Christians in every church, not exempting the Roman Catholic communion. None are condemned until they have had the light and have seen the obligation of the fourth commandment. But when the decree shall go forth enforcing the counterfeit Sabbath, and the loud cry of the third angel shall warn men against the worship of the beast and his image, the line will be clearly drawn between the false and the true. Then those who still continue in transgression will receive the mark of the beast. I'm not quite sure what is the basis of this accusation, and we do not preach that Sunday worshipers now have the mark of the beast and they are hopelessly going to hell. Revelation 13 verse 11, the land beast and the sea beast. The land beast has not yet forced anyone to worship the first beast, which is the papacy. Clearly, Brother Mari is spreading lies about the Adventist Church, sadly. In my next video, I will discuss what Bishop Mari teaches about who the Antichrist is and compare it to prophecy. Is it cultic to preach the commandments of God? All 10, including the Sabbath? No, but I understand why Bishop Mari says that, because he is preaching that all the days of creation is not literal.
I've said it so many times and I'll say it again. When you read in Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2 about the days of creation, please, the days of creation are not literal. Do not take them as 7 days, literal 7 days as we know them now. They're not. Seventh day, Sabbath, Saturday. There is no mention, neither of evening nor of morning. So guess what? Day 7 hasn't finished yet till now. So if I'm going to take the days of creation literally, day 7 hasn't finished. It can't be 24 hours. There is no beginning nor end. And God rested on day 7, which is Sabbath. The question is, when does God rest? When you and I and you are sin-free. God never stops working. He never stops. If he stops, everything comes to a full halt. But when does God rest? When we are sin-free. When did we become sin-free? When Jesus rose from the dead. When did he rise from the dead? Sunday. So Sabbath is not a day, Sabbath is a person called Jesus Christ of Nazareth. So Sabbath is not a day, Sabbath is a person called Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Friends, it is very easy and clear to prove that the days of Genesis in creation are literal. Just use Exodus 20 verse 8 to 11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work. Meaning, in present time, we do work 6 literal days. But the 7th is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. So if the 6 days are literal, the 7th day is also literal. For in 6 days the Lord created the heavens and the earth, which is also literal. Bishop Murray is teaching a desperate attempt to disqualify that the Sabbath is a literal day because he teaches that the Sabbath is a person. He teaches that the 7th day hasn't finished yet. It can't be 24 hours, he said. God will only rest, he said, when you and I are free from sin. Where in the Bible does it says that? And he said that it happened, according to him, in Resurrection Sunday. You will notice no biblical reference whatsoever, no proof. There's something strange about this. No biblical reference to support this. Is the Sabbath a person, according to Bishop Murray, which is Christ? He said, is God still having his 7th day rest up to now? This will cause major problems in theological teachings in the Bible. First, the Sabbath is a time period made by God. Biblically, Sabbath is a creation of God. And to substitute or place the creation with Jesus the Creator is absurd. Mark 2:28, Jesus, the Creator, is the Lord of the Sabbath, created holy day by God in creation. Do you see the distinction? Creator Jesus and creation Sabbath. Do you see the lordship over the creation? And Jesus is even Lord of the Sabbath. Mark 2 verse 27 again says, the Sabbath is made, past tense, meaning the rest is completed. The Sabbath have to be finished, the rest of God has to be finished, then he could bless the day. So the rest and the 7th day had reached its completion. The 24-hour period, the Sabbath day, must be completed before God can bless and made it holy, before giving it to Adam and Eve for them to follow. God had a literal cease of work by which he blessed, sanctified the literal 7th day because he rested on it. Jesus Christ is not the Sabbath day. He is the Lord of that day. Another proof from the major prophet in the Old Testament, Isaiah 58:13-14. If you turn away your foot from the Sabbath, that's the day, from doing your pleasure on the person, Jesus Christ, holy day distinction, the Sabbath, on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord, honorable. Teaching that the Sabbath is a person, Jesus, is a lie and blasphemous. Why? Because you're putting Jesus in the same level as his creation. Respectfully and sadly I say, Bishop Murray does not know the Bible with regards to the teachings of the Sabbath. I believe that God created the 7 literal days, separating the 7th as his sign, placing his signature as the loving creator God. Do you believe this, friend? Do you believe that God created 7 literal days and rested on the Sabbath? If yes, kindly type on the comment section, God's creation is 7 literal days. Praise God for this presentation, dear friends. Thank you for supporting this ministry and continue to preach the truth found in Bible prophecy.